Hello everyone, it's Gamecore and welcome back for some more Ace Attorney. I mean, bonkers things going down. We got 2 trials at the same time this week in Ace Attorney, and pretty sure the guy in the other trial is the guy that's actually guilty in our trial, so we've got to see if we can actually, you know, prove that with some decisive evidence and all that. It's slightly more normal temperature today, slightly. So that's good, because last week, very difficult. But I hope that you guys have had a good start to your week and that you are all well. But yes, we'll be Ace Attorneying today. Decisive evidence in our Ace Attorney game is less likely than you think. Exactly. I swear I never have decisive evidence. I'm just guessing. We're just bluffing every time, right? That's how you play the game. Surely. But yeah, I hope you're well, Worm, and Francis as well. Okay, let's go. Serious business today. We've gotta go. The stolen turnabout. Okay, let's do this. Trying to think. Oh yeah, the Splatfest happened. I remember on Sunday It's don't. Hello, Wave. I hope you're well. It's current 29 degrees. Yes, well, it's 28.3 in this room. So, like, you're actually winning the hot weather competition today, Worm. Barely. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna totally play in the Splatfest, and then I also didn't play in the Splatfest. I was just too busy. But I asked Lilu. I said, okay, who's winning at half time? And Lilu said tactics. And I thought, okay, well that's good. Lilu's on tactics. You know, they'll clutch this one. They'll get the win. Guys, do you know who won the Splatfest? Okay, it's Tuesday. Surely everyone knows now. Power won the Splatfest, and apparently Power was last. Yeah, not tactics, it was Power. Power won, and they were literally like last at half time. But apparently they just absolutely destroyed everyone in tricolor or something. I think that was what it was when I was looking at the scores. So yeah, congrats to Team Power, which is the team I probably... See, I was all saying, oh, I should go Team Power because I don't have speed or tactics. But Lilu convinced me... Okay, actually, I'm switching back to this scene. We're yapping for a bit. Lilu convinced me that I should go Team Tactics because the end app I use, its special is the Tacticooler. Hello, Unfailing Hat. I hope you're well. We're just about to do some Ace Attorney today. Yeah, I hope you've had a good start to your week. But yeah, so basically, because I use a Tacticooler, I should go on Team Tactics. It is good reasoning. It is very good reasoning, as usual, from Lilu. Alright. Let's go. It's almost time. For what? Like, exactly. I don't remember what's going on. But Luke Atme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. Oh no! If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. I totally have proof, 100%. Mr. Luke Atme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this? Huh. I bet it's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So please, I'm begging you. Alright, we got to. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. Oh yeah, Mia would say so. What was that? It was Mia. I saw her. Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounds like... Mia! Oh wow! Good job, everyone. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Right, we're going. Alright. Oh, Pain! Pain's in the other case. Well said, Detective Atme. Huh. have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, said Detective Atlee. You were the one who... What's it? What is this colour alt, Judge? This is literally like a colour alt. What on earth? the judge, if he was in Smash Bros, this would be like colour alt 2. Yeah. Cool, Judge. Cool, Judge. This is cool, Judge. I don't know. I'm sticking with OG, Judge. That's enough. I'm going the same voice. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke at me. No idea what this guy's name is. Just Judge again. Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please! Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, huh? My name is Felix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atlee. Accusation? You accuse Masty Mask? That man is not Masty Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? Oh man, he's totally a ruthless murderer. We got him good. We just said he's a murderer and he's sweating. That means he's a murderer, guys. I'm just saying. He's totally the murderer. We're winning. We found the murderer. Part 4-2. Okay, I have barely any notes for part 4-1, so this is quite funny. Part 4-2 trial, let's go. My sis! I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then she's still alive inside your heart. Nicky boy! Oh, Misty Light. Is it true that Detective is the real killer? He doesn't have a name. Udgy. Exactly. Udgy. Who's going to beat the sheer genius of the line? Banana. That one lives rent free in my head. I'm afraid. I'm sure people have better judge lines that they like, but I don't know. Something about banana. To be honest, we don't have any definite proof, but he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lord D. Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. He helped inspire the entire game of DK Bonanza, exactly. I mean, why would Detective Atlee want to kill Kane Bullard? Yeah, where DK says, banana! Exactly. Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. Okay, that's going in the notes. We need to find some solid... You love the part where DK collects custom-made baseball gloves. Me too. And it's got to happen sooner rather than later. Yeah, I love that part too. Okay. I think I've got some ideas, but I don't know if I can use them yet. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atlee, please take the stand. I'm well, thanks, Unfailing Hat. How about you? Hope the weather has been alright. It's been quite hot here the past few weeks. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. You're good, I'm glad to hear it. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. Yes, so being accused of thievery, I can't spell thievery, would be the perfect alibi for the murder. It's in the notes. An alibi by the name of Masty Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atlee has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Masty Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Masty Mask. Of course. Very well then, Luke Atlee. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 AM, Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Alright, Mr. Atme, the night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a long trial, that's for sure. I was stealing the earners, maskly mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Maskly Mask was at the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret in this picture as well. Even the great Maskly Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me. I have a verdict to receive. Hold it. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he's a fool. Whoa, who wanted the Franziska von Karma? I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Alright, let's get him. Love Maya's unimpressed face, me too. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Maskly Mask. But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean?
Objection!
Huh. Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke Atme? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Maskly Mask to create an alibi? Oh ho, what an interesting idea. Congratulations on the 85 stream streak, Francis. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Alright, we'll give up for now, but we can... If Luke Atme was at KB security during the murder, then the Maskly Mask in this picture has to be a fake. And there really was an accomplice. But right now, I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. Excuse me? That's a choice. That's definitely a choice. Wow, I mean... Yeah, I can't say I'm on board for that one, but to each their own. Wow, that's a choice. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lord Lee Taylor's 10 days before the heist. Yeah, maybe there's something we don't know yet. That's true. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Okay. Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lord Lee Taylor while he was the only one watching it... I'm just writing he's an ace detective. I don't know what to say. He had no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves that I committed the crime. Okay. He's saying the picture proves he committed the crime. Well, we have to basically say no. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
Objection!
He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. Why would he get caught by a camera that he set up? We all have days like that. I swear there's the paint. There's something with the paint and how it got moved. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad blue melody. Looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's got to be something phony in that photo. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now, it's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, didn't you? Oh. I thought he would. I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lord Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lord Taylor's staff that printed the picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. It looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Okay. I feel like the whole photo is fake, because didn't it say it's his software? I swear I have written down this. Yeah, the software becomes to at me. The software on the computer. I don't know if I have evidence of that somewhere, but I swear that, like... Where's the picture? Yeah. Yeah, okay. But there's the paint in the corner. The paint is... The thing got moved. Where's the paint stain? Do I have evidence for that? When Adrian dropped the urns box 2 weeks ago, she also knocked over some paint. The box has pink paint stains. Does the box in the picture have paint stains? No. But maybe we don't see them because of the angle. We see the paint on the floor. Wait, when did the statue get moved? The statue got moved that night. And it got carried into the warehouse the day of the... Hang on. So the statue got carried into the day of the crime. Yeah, Adrian used the statue to cover the paint stain. Right, but it had been moved. There's gonna be something of that, I'm sure. I don't think we can prove, like, who the accomplice is. I just think it's quite suspicious about the paint stain. That's supposedly him leaving. But when did the statue get moved? Very interesting. You can kind of see the outline of the box in the stain, even in the picture. I don't know, I'm leaning in the direction that there's something wrong with the picture. I thought he could have faked the timestamp because I have in my notes that the software, the camera belongs to Lordly Taylor, but the software on the computer is his. Found in the shadow of Abby Faye's statue. Okay. Abby Faye's statue is in the corner. There's something going on. I feel like it's with the paint and the statue and stuff, but I might be wrong. Speckled urn. That's the camera data. Completely lost in the source. But they're saying he couldn't have faked the timestamp and stuff, so maybe the photo is real. In which case, it's an accomplice that was doing the job. Who was the accomplice? Well, I suppose we say it's Mr. Delight. But I swear we were like, oh, you know, we said it wasn't him in the picture, but we never actually proved it wasn't him in the picture. There's a lot going on. I don't know if I want to like risk it. Let me save my game. I don't know, him saying it was an easy job and then getting captured on the picture, it's like he wanted to be captured on the picture. Because he wanted the alibi to prove, right? Something is definitely not adding up. I'm just not sure quite what yet. Yeah, so it's saying it's odd that why would he want the urn to get stolen while he's the one in charge? There's no way he could have tampered with it. Basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it. There is something funny. I'm gonna say there's something funny. Did I not press on this before? Are you implying that this picture is a fake? Yes, I'm implying this picture is a fake. You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place, and there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. It's a statue. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. I'm gonna point at the paint stain. The funny part is right here. Why this? This is a blood stain. Oh dear. Ah, blood! Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach coloured at that. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. There we go, got it. I was overthinking it. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The statue. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection!
But when I went there, the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Okay. Why did they move the statue? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you're prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? I don't even know why. I literally don't know why. Why would they move it? Oh, maybe he moved it to try and prove the picture wasn't... We'll just say it's Luke at me, why not? The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke at me. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Luke at me, you pretended to be mask to mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? So if the statue was there... If the statue was there, then we wouldn't see the paint. And maybe we'd see the... No, it can't be that we'd see the reflection of his face, because it's not like a flat surface. I was saying the box doesn't have paint on it. It wasn't there when the photo was really taken days ago. That's what I was thinking as well, but now I'm not so sure. They're saying there's something, like they're saying if the statue was here, there would have been a problem and that's why he had to move it. Because he can argue that, oh, he can't tamper the timestamp. So I don't think it was because of that. I think it's either something to do with like the outline of the paint or the fact that the box doesn't have paint on it. The lie is Masty Mask. Are you saying that this Masty Mask is a fake? Huh? You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsibly. Huh? The current question is, why was the golden statue moved? So what possible connection could there be with Masty Mask's identity? Oh, buggers. Your face has old buggers written all over it. That's a penalty. Oh, I was pointing to the box. Why did they never let me understand? Okay, if it's not that, then what is it? I mean, there's not many things in this picture. This is the right layout. I think it is. Okay, what about the outline of the box in here? doesn't really say anything. Does it? Oh, whatever, we'll get it going. The lie in this photo is somewhere around here. Oh no, I think that was wrong. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's the outline of the box. For some reason, the culprit didn't want the statue in the picture. At least, that's what I thought. Okay, I've got like one go at this really. Or two technically, but I don't want to do the rest of the trial no health. Why would he move the statue? Because even the thing about the statue being moved, it doesn't even prove it's at that time, right? It just proves that, oh yeah, it was that day. It could have been like a few hours ago and the timestamp just wrong. Phoenix is like, ooh, there's a fatal flaw in this picture and I am not seeing it. Let me check my notes about the paint. Yeah, there's pink paint on the box and pink splotches on the earth. I tried pointing at the box, thinking that, oh, there's no paint on it. I've said the answer, but maybe overthinking where to highlight. Okay. Alright. That's really good news. Well, I've said a few things. I've said the box and the paint. I've said the time. Maybe I have to point at the time. It could just be the time, couldn't it? The fact that he had to move it. But then I don't know. I'm still not convinced about the time. The box to me was the strongest, but like when I pointed at the box itself, that didn't work. Because it could have been there, but it could have been like, I don't know. Maybe I need to point in the actual paint and not the gap left by the paint. No, it was not the actual paint. Okay. Then I'm losing all my health. It's a good start. Alright. Why? Okay, I'm gonna go for the time. We're at that point, we're going for the time. Oh, that's the time. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atme went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. Oh, well, that's good. That went well. I can't do the rest of this trial damage just now. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was this statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Ah. So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. Oh, that makes more sense than what I was thinking. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Oh, yeah. Nice one, guys. I was like lost. Completely lost. Order! Mr. Atme, is this true? Like, I had the right answer but for the wrong reason. One moment, Your Honor, have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. Let me add an objection. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. See, I had this in my notes. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order, order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? The meaning is coffee. Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? We are orbit travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. Ahead of time and statue was moved to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Demask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Demask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed into a box and it was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Sorry. I'm not convinced. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I'm not convinced. You were asked to guard the other Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Let me save my game. I've got to be careful now, I've got 1 health. Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my sparkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken of that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit. Okay. Okay, interesting. So you're sure that you have never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security is focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I, Luke Atby, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. You mean this calling card? That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atby knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. Then no one entered the basement warehouse? Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. Okay. Let's write that down. People in and out of warehouse for 5 days. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken. That's true. You know he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. Not a lot to go on, is there? That detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination, that he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright then, how do we do that? There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need to prove that he's lying. Yes, we need to prove that he's lying. So, broken and repaired 2 weeks ago, and then replaced in its box and kept out of sight. That's interesting. We should just ask him what the urn looks like, really. Because he could have taken it ages ago. Okay. Objection! Oh no, it's over for me. Ah! Oh, Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence! Oh dear. Okay, right, we'll get it. That's my health's over. We're gonna get a guilty verdict. Oh dear. Well, good thing I saved my game just before that. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of game overs today because I decided to lose all my health on the selecting things in the picture activity. But that's okay because I saved my game. Happens. It happens. You know, I thought because it changed and got repaired and stuff. Okay. But hang on, the paint marks are in the picture, so the iron is totally broken at that point. The paint marks are in the picture. So, it is in theory, the urn was broken and, like, repaired. Because that's when the paint happened. We need to prove that he's seen the urn before. Are you telling me he's not seen this? Is that what we're gunning for? That he hasn't seen the urn? Broke urn. Exactly. Let's place the box and then sent to the warehouse. I have my notes on that. I mean, the only things we have about the urn specifically are the urn, the fact that the box has paint stains on it. And the paint marks are there on the floor, but those were in the picture. I was hoping to do a thing of, ooh, what does the urn say on it? And then he'd be like, ooh, it says Abby. No, it says I am on it. I will say, no, it doesn't. It says Abby on it because it got repaired 2 weeks ago. But you didn't know because you took your picture and... But maybe it's the other way around. I'm thinking it's something with that. Okay. He keeps saying that it's the first time he saw it was when he was like stealing it. But we need to prove that wasn't a while ago. Also, the urn is not valuable. That's what's really funny. Because that is actually not valuable. Never saw the urn until that night. Can prove that he's lying. Never seen the urn before he stole it. That's what we need to do. I don't know, I feel like I'm close but not close enough. I thought it would definitely be something with the paint and the urn being broken and then repaired. But now I'm not. Because he's saying that he definitely never saw it until he stole it, which may be true if it... He definitely stole it when it was broken, because the picture that shows him supposedly stealing it had the paint stains, right? And obviously Adrian had to fix it, so it couldn't have been stolen then. But wouldn't he have seen the urn on the poster? Wouldn't he have seen the urn on the poster? Like, there is a piece of evidence that may help me. I'm gonna look at them all again. We'll have a good look. I don't know. I'm thinking about the poster, but it might not be it. Okay, we talked about the statue. The speckled urn! Wait, the speckled urn! He must have seen it was speckled. Hang on. There we go, the speckled urn. It couldn't be speckled until the paint was on it. Mr. Atme, if you really are Masty Mask, there we go. Then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Masty Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. But refer to it as speckled. Something you'd only know if you saw it, basically. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Masky Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got onto the urn. Oh, you can't be serious. And yet, this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Alright. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Grrr. Alright, that did it. He's broken. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Masty Mask, and now we're calling him murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might he by very murderous motive manifest? Nick, he's getting a second wind. If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Rodney Light, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. Okay. What was his motive? Basically, that's what we're looking for now. The only one of any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honoured to, Sir Old-Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Masty Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Rodney Light. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Masty Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant. This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. Okay. But the thing is, I don't know if this is like a now thing or not, but the letter refers to a red diamond. There, the red diamond you received the other day. And Atme has a red diamond ring. And he mentioned it earlier as well. What? Oh, right. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blood. In any case, the only one of the motive was Mr. Delight. Mistook. That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse, mistaka meaning to take in error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Masty Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Masty Mask? Don't you already know that? Sorry! Take a look at this newspaper. Oh, that's the famous Tear of Abaddon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread the article and he got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And the handwriting is about the victims? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? Is it even addressed to Master Mask? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder. What's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling. There's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certainly already aware. Sorry! KD Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Yeah, we know that. Cade Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here is a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Master Mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate mischance. Do you really think that story is going to hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Huh, well, Mr. Trite. Oh, was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? I thought he was actually pretty convincing. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves? It's a long story, and better saved for another time. Very well, another time. Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long, at least not in my experience. So you're going to try to connect Detective Abby to Mr. Bullard, right? Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either. In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail. That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron? Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony. Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. I mean, I'm gonna just go with the. I'm gonna try. We'll just try the red diamond thing.
Objection!
Ooh. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're one to talk! At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. The contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. I mean... What does he mean? I want to talk about the red diamond. How am I gonna talk about the red diamond? I guess I can't? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it just yet. I clearly can't. It's not gonna let me talk about the red diamond. Okay, what does it actually say in the letter besides that? If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, I don't know. Okay, so we'll just ignore the red diamond. You still pay attention to it. Okay. Oh, wait! How would he know that, like, he received? I mean... Oh no. My idea that I wanted to use, I can't. My idea I have right now is that, like, Kane had a list of the stuff Mask Team Mask stole. Like, I'm trying to show that this letter was not for Ron. Oh! That too, from Demask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. So there's that too. I remember. But that would... That's probably not helpful right now. Is it silly if I say there's two different blackmails in this letter? Like, there's a blackmail at the top, there's also another blackmail at the bottom, and they're also different. Like, getting your identity revealed is quite different to getting your red diamond that you received the other day stolen. Like, those two things are different. Last time I checked, getting my true identity revealed to the world didn't necessarily mean my red diamond I received the other day would get stolen. Like, what? This is not a very well written blackmail letter, I'm discovering, you know. I'm discovering now that it's not a great blackmail letter because, like, what? Why are we doing both of those things? Surely one of those things is good enough, right? That's probably not it, but just a fun little observation for you all. Say to follow Mia's main advice, which is trust my client. Yeah, trust my client. Oh, the other main advice. Find contradictions in stuff. Because there could be contradictions in it. I can't believe it. I got Mia's main advice wrong, guys. I'm such a fake fan. I was like, trust my client. Wait, 1 AM. 1 AM, October 12th. That is the right time, right? Oh, the different angle. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well. Why with the letter? Like, I don't know about you. If I blackmailed a guy and said, oh, you gotta show up at this date and time, right? You know, and give me 50k. I'd probably have a bit more security than, no security, aka Larry. Like, I'd kind of be a bit prepared. I wouldn't really get blunt trauma to the head and die in that case. If you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Like, it's the exact time of death that's in the letter the exact time of death is the time that's in the letter. That is, I'm really grasping for straws here. And the buzzer went off at 1:02 in the CEO's office, but like, okay, maybe I'm thinking about it too hard now. I don't know. So there's that. But that's probably a stretch. Did Ron have 50,000 on him? Like, you could say he didn't have 50,000 because he was gonna... They'll probably be like, oh, he didn't have 50,000 because he was gonna go do murder instead of giving him 50,000. I'm really grasping at straws now. This is quite bad. I wish it was just about the red diamond. I can end this case now. Ron Delight doesn't have a red diamond and Luke at me does. Ending this case, but it won't let me end the case with that. I mean, it won't let me end the case now. Which is really annoying because I'm thinking about the red diamond. It is hard to think about anything else, which is annoying. Okay, I put the fan on. It's gotten hot in here. Right. This is probably the longest anyone has spent on this menu, but I have 1 health. Consider the fact what the red diamond isn't, rather than what it is. What the red diamond isn't. It wasn't stolen. I mean, he didn't steal it. If he received the red diamond, not, you know, stole the red diamond. Oh, what color was it not? What color? Oh wait, hang on. What colour's that silly gem? That silly gem is blue, isn't it? Where's that silly gem? That one's blue. It's a different colour. Did you know that the blue one? And they didn't find the blue one, did they? Didn't they say they never found it? Okay, I can't remember. I swear they never found this one. And it's blue. AKA not red. You why don't... Yeah. It's blue. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. I've thought about colours really deeply today. It contains a picture of the Tear of Eminon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's colour. That's such a stretch. That's such a stretch. Can we go straight to the red diamond? I don't care about this colour. I'm not much for discussing colour myself. According to the clipping, the colour of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel was mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Eminon that Masty Mask stole at all. Okay. That's such a stretch. I'm sorry. Like, Masty Mask can have more than one jewel. I'm just saying.
Objection.
And your point is, Mr. Trite. So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say? Right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say? Right, Mr. Wright? Well, that's what you're trying to say? Right, Nick? Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. Mr. Atme. Finally, I can be done with this. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Masty Mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is a diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order in the court. Order, I say.
Objection.
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. I'm saving my game because I also don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me. Are you for real? For real? Oh my goodness, for real? There we go. Can put for real right next to him. For real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. Okay. So what is the identity in the letter, basically? An identity he wanted to keep secret. So just what was that identity? Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. Saving again. Serious business. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick. The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as a blackmailer. The blackmailer of Masty Mask. Luke Atme was a blackmailer.
Objection.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? Ugh, you have to admit that does sound a little odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Rondi Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Eminon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rondi Light was actually Masty Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh, silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Masty Mask. Well, yes. Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Ron Delight was Masty Mask? He saw him, like, I don't know. What do I have about that first heist? I have some notes somewhere. Yeah, he left the costume in the bucket. There. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into a lot of mischief, trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Masty Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when he figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when he learned that under his mask, Masty Mask was really Ron Delight. What though? Wasn't he supposed to be Masty Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Oh, an ace detective. A celebrity! Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Masty Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even dare imply that one so smart and capable as I could ever fall such lowly doubts? Why have you not something with big mouths of yours? You're a fool, false, I say. None of you can compare to my genius, you're just jealous. So go on, desecrate me, commemorate me, do something great. Ace detective cannot handle blackmail, murder, threats, I'll get away with all of it. Oh dear. It's enough to make one laugh. I didn't even get half the words in what he said there. Bars, he was spitting bars, let's be real. Someone needs to turn that into a rap. It seems to have finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme because he was spitting bars, exactly. Bailiff, please prepare his cell for Mr. Atme.
Objection.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. What do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lord New Taylor the night of the murder. That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr... But... we didn't really prove he killed him, did he? There's still one thing you've yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! Oh god, come on. Come on, you knew it would be too easy if it ended there. Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. Alright, let me save my game again. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullock's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough. Mr. Wright, I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB security and the defense... Can we prove it? Okay, so there's the list of stuff on the desk. Interesting. That's the stuff that got stolen. The buzz that went off at 102. If the letter supposedly was for him, he would know where to go. Can I really prove that? I mean, if I say can't prove it, it's kind of bad, right? Right? I'm not sure I can prove it. What do I feel like I have barely anything on this part of the case anyway. I don't know. I don't think I can prove it. But it's quite bad if I say I can't. I mean, all we know is that, okay, there were no fingerprints on the buzzer. But, like... well... that he could have used gloves. Ron said he went in his mask costume. If I've saved, that's true, I have saved. Let me save exactly here. Right, let's say I can't because I don't know. I can't prove it. Just as I thought. Right, I see. But if we hear more of Detective Atmy's testimony, unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trey. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atmy is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as masked. No! Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Masty Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declared it with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Oh dear. I was supposed to say I could prove it, gang, did you know? Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and... by then it will be too late. Huh? Why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmy will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Masty Mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned. No way! The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmy's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer. Oh dear. Alright, well, we failed. Oh, he's sad. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Wright is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmy, will go free. You've cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there's no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there'll be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? I don't think there are, gang. Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke at me.
Objection!
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you? Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice! No way! Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! Oh my goodness, maybe we did choose the right option. This is the true power of the Crane channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Yeah, okay, because I explained it as the first time in this game. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rodney Light will verify that he is a true murderer. I declare it with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witnesses make these remarks, we, the defence, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Ah, nothing. Oh, so lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, Luke at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you... Alright, let's go. Very well then, Mr. Luke at me. I'm going to allow the defence to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defence would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Alright, I think I actually chose the right option. I think so. Alright, this is it. Last testimony. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lord Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rodney Light. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And in the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the colour of the jewels. Sorry! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. Okay, well, I don't think so, but okay. His testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. The witness's earlier remarks did not appear to have been hastily repaired. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer. Grr. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour. We cannot postpone Luke Abbey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one more chance. Oh, it seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Okay, we need a case-breaking contradiction, according to Mia. It's serious business. Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory mark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. Oh, this is so serious. I have to press the right statement. Alright, let me save my game. Now is a good time to save. He wasn't there to leave. Known but the day beforehand. The really deduction was informing the true culprit. Thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. The conductor of the bus drove sounded once, but did not have any fingerprints. Victim with left prints, he sounded it. Even if he had full health, pressing the wrong one is an instant game over. That makes sense. I would be disappointed if it was anything less. You know, they got to make the stakes feel high. Victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. I'm pretty sure Ron said that he like sent the jewel to whoever it was that wrote the blackmail letters, but I don't really have evidence that shows that. Okay. I have stuff about the buzzer. Yeah. It's basically stuff he's said. Is there anything new? There's so many statements as well. Known about the date. Had known about the date beforehand. Hang on, hang on. When did he get the blackmail letter? How had he known about the date? He would only have known... about the date. The date is from the letter. Okay, I'm gonna press on this and we'll see what happens. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Oh, okay, that wasn't it. Mr. Wright, I will hold you to your end of the bargain. That's enough. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Alright, right. I was thinking of the date, but that's okay. That doesn't really answer the question. That's a good point. Okay. We will give that another go. I'm going to win an award for most game overs. Right. So it's not the date. It's why was he there? Thanks to the key card and wallet, it was clear he was there. I mean... He could have been there, but you could have also been there, like... Hello? You could have also been there? Wait! Received! The red diamond you received! Mistook the colour of the jewel. Received. It's weird wording if... That still doesn't prove he was there. I mean, if we can prove the letter is for him, that kind of proves he went, right? me. Oh no, was that not it? I was so excited because the music stopped. Okay, right, well. Okay. Alright, that wasn't it. I was hoping that it was received. I'll get it. It's by elimination at this point. I mean, there's so many remarks, right? I mean, he says so many things that are suspicious, but I have to find the thing that's suspicious. Yeah, what was it Ron said? Ron said... that he put the body in the safe. Because he got knocked out. He got knocked out by someone, and that someone was at me. Wait, how would he know the buzzer? No, he would have known about that because we talked about that because the report went through him or whatever. Okay, but what about the camera data? Not the camera data, the record of the card. Do I not have the record of the card? Yeah, used on the... Okay, it's not the buzzer. He shouldn't... The button didn't have any fingerprints. How would you know Ron was wearing a mask outfit? Like, how would he know that he was wearing it? Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. Ooh, what? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How could you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit. Is that correct? There we go. Atme admits he knew that Ron was wearing the mask outfit. Boom. Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before the morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who would have been watching this trial. Grrr. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. Alright, he's cooked now, surely. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask, so then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well, come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. Objection! Let me add an objection, hang on. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one. One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Just look at me, guys. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. So there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atby.
Objection.
Objection! It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Guys, it's Luke Atby, did you know? Detective Atby, you saw Maskly Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. I agree with every word he just said there, guys. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival wearing of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atby, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atby tried to frame Ron Delight. Thank you, Wave. Oh, it was tough at the end. He then claimed to be guilty as Maskly Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we've finally found the truth. Excuse me? I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that. But, I really am Maskly Mask! Huh? So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Maskly Mask is really innocent? It would really seem so. For now. For now? Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty! Woo! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still have Maskly Mask after all. You did it, Phoenix! Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Karain channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Mia. Oh, Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No wait. Nothing really matters anymore though, now that all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Maskly Mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Well, his wife knows now. Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Maskly Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Maskly Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can? I wish you could check me first. There's always a way to put it back together. Here's my urn. The sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh, there you are. Misty Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you really were Masty Mask either. Misty Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky, like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes. I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Ugh, I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Meyer, congratulations! Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you with another man's wife in front of Mr. Meyer? No, you got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever. Oh dear, I'm dead. That's it. I've been killed. You missed the end. Oh, it's alright, Worm. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness because Pearl whacked me. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Ah, here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. What was Atmi's motive? Bullard was blackmailing him. Because he was the one blackmailing Ron with the plans for all the, like, crimes and stuff. So Bullard blackmailed Atmi about the blackmailing of Ron. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at their happy little faces. There we go. We did it. We finished episode 2. Whoop! Alright, recipe for turnabout. This sounds like this is a new case, right? Let's do it. For recipe for turnabout. Let me just put the word recipe. We just put turnabout in the name and call it a day. Okay. Want to know a fun fact about this case? Sure, I'd love to know a fun fact. I need to refill my water, so I'll probably do that before we start this case. Sure, I will hear a quick fun fact. But I am going to go on a quick BRB. This was supposed to go after Turnabout Big Top, but was cut for cartridge limitations, so it's made its way into the third game instead. Very, very interesting. Thank you for the fun fact, Wave. Right, I will be back in a few minutes. I've got to go and refill my water. So I'll see you guys shortly when we'll be starting the third case of the third game. Can you believe it? See you all in a little bit. Alright gang, I am back. I've filled my water. I'm ready to start case 3-3. You know, matching numbers. Recipe for Turnabout. Let's do it. Okay, boom. I've saved again. I'm winning. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw it! A guy in a hat. Psyche locks? Tell me there are psyche locks. I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Whoa, it's a spiky man. We got spiky hair. That looks like it's gonna be poison. In my recipe for Turnabout. Why won't anyone believe me? Oh, Pain is here. Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright. This court finds a defendant. Oh! This court is adjourned. That didn't go very well. Game's over, time to end stream. Yep, we lost the case, guys. Time to go. The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So, I decided that our resolution should be Safari, take on the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You got some explaining to... Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? A what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks! Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Have a seat. Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, I mean, yes. I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose? Ha, guess I'm busted. How do you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now, let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. Well, I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. No way! You don't mean... A phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too. Says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. Oh dear. Magazines says we were trounced. Des 5th. No way, Mario Sunshine and my ace attorney? Exactly. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves. But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal, now! And that means taking the case back to court, got it? Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm going to head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? Dude, it's not my fault. I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? I don't know. Alright, well, there we go. What a start to the case. So what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk. Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't just going to be jumping at a chance to meet you, right? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. Your phony cinder yup. I hope not. Oh, it's Phoenix backwards. What kind of a name for an evil double synth anyway? Oh, Nick, I got it. If you're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoiled sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me? What do you mean? I mean, he was really worked up, like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange. Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. Oh dear. This is so nerve-wracking waiting to meet our new client. I wonder what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. You can tell, Maya, that kind of talk could ruin me. How could you, Mr. Wright? How can you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie. Remember? Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird. Oh, I remember her. She was at like the start of the second game. Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquitted? Oh sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I figured it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me, and the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, right? Yeah, you could put it that way. Yeah, she said that she's gonna, like, become a waitress or something, I swear. Yeah, she hinted this in the credits of last game. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Trebia. Oh, yeah, okay, we named that restaurant very good. Excellent. Good job. Trebine. Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. One of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I never even seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course, a good waitress must be attended to the clientele. So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright. Ugh, guess the answer to my question is by phony. Phony Wright did it totally. Anyway, bet she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. So, if you saw the murderer, why are you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. Oh dear. Everyone said the victim was sitting alone, but Maggie saw the other guy that did the poisoning. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Felix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. Oh dear. That's not a good start. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious. Alright, it's in the notes. It's in the notes. And no one else saw this other guy? No, sir. That's what everyone said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Okay. An earpiece. There's a sample CD on the table. Okay. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Sample CD on table. It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? Ugh, what was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... What about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim, really. Okay. That's really all we got, the magazine clipping. Alright, let's go to the criminal affairs department. Whoa, there's a pink one there now! It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute. That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief? Yup, meet the pink badger. So what's called blue and the other's called pink, but they're both called badger? You got it. They're married. Wow, what a lord up. Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You got it. That's marriage for you. That's nice. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. Wow, I'm great. I'm so glad that we could experience that. Blue Badger, deep lore, I know, I know. You expect him to say something worse. Okay. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. This must be the chief of the detectives here. Present Maggie your badge for a funny. Okay. What? Masty Bass turned up at the bank? What's he doing? Hands up, you scalawags. You're under arrest. Hey, that's our job. Looks like Ron Delight's opted for a new career. Quit surfing the net, Chief. Sorry, I was just, things feel pretty tense in here. Aww. Masty Mask's doing some justice. Right, let's present the badge. That badge, is it real? Of course it's real. That's what they all say. But I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec. Ah! She bit into it? And I left a few teeth marks too. I can see that. I just wish I could remember if that means it's a real or a fake. I said it was real. Great. Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this article's about my case. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Ugh. Hey, Maggie. Was my evil double I am here? No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya. Oh, we would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little? Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. Okay. Fake Phoenix, a bit taller than normal, and looked a bit shady. Still, we did a whole case with her. I'm walking here! Oh, and your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent. And had an accent. So the guy was nothing like me then. But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Okay. Had spiky hair and blue suit. It's in the notes. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces. But it seemed that no one really wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright, do you think we'll win next time? Sir, my life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Fake Mario had a bad court trial, exactly. Literally Mario Sunshine. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Ah, Sin Hyop is really going to pay for this. What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Sin Hyop for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Très Bien is then. Oh, right. That's the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food. Yes. The restaurant and its food. Both equally important. All right. We will go and check out the restaurant and its food. How could they possibly replicated the attorney's badge? I know, right? I know. It proves he's an attorney. Wow, this is a great place. Wow, that looks like a murder happened there. Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to seat us. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. It's the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. It must be one or the other, but I don't know which, since I don't know Jacques about French. It says closed. It says closed, Phoenix. It says closed on this sign, which means it's open. Okay. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometimes, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. There's something stuffed in behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this! Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000, maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper. It's from December 3rd. Lil Masty Mask, I know, right? This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? This has got to be a clue. Gotta find out everything about it. Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. Bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya, this is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, but it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Duh! Even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dag nabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left. I'm sure this won't be relevant in the slightest. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Now, why can't I picture you doing just that? Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really cool, I love snow, let me see. Huh? It's not white, it's not even snowing. Got you, I was only kidding, Maya. Nick, there are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. Oh. I guess that's everything here. I have to find out about this newspaper. Yeah, look at that. Masty Mask is on here. That's so great. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Gustin Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Très Bien. Really? That's strange. Très Bien doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind. Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on the CD. Just as I thought. Whoa! We got it. I know, we actually pranked poor Maya. Guess we had to make up for all the shenanigans earlier. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The master of Karain, the spirit song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. Okay. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh? I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? Okay. Well, can we go, like, back to the restaurant or something? Yes! Oh la la! Bonjour! Welcome to La Très Bien! Oh, hello! What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Hello? Oh. It's gonna be a long day, isn't it? Bienvenue! Welcome to my petite restaurant! This is Armstrong, isn't it? What language is? Ha! B Avenue! Oh no, my petite Julie! Ha, me? Look at this face, like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You're fatigued, no? Alors, use this. An aromatic buff oil melange of la neroli and la rose. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la paf water. I thought it was a restaurant, dude. Like, what's going on? It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic. this is going to be the best case of the trilogy. Really? And voilà, monsieur. Who? Me? Look at that face. Like a puppy rejected by life itself. You're fatigued, no? Oui, monsieur. I recommend this. Oil of bergamot. And maybe a hint of oui. I will add la peppermint and la cloche sage for la fragrance exceptionnelle. Such an invigorating recipe. What? Forget your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty! Alors, if you'll be seated, I will bring you that special menu today. Actually, we're not here to eat, we're lawyers. Mais bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are la Phoenix, right, no? Yeah, you know me? Mais oui, I never forget a man who flirts with me. Especially in court. Okay, so our like phony Phoenix Wright really messed up this case. I think he probably did it. Phony Phoenix X Armstrong is a real thing that I have to deal with now. Great. Fantastic. Excellent. I have no notes. No notes. Good. Yep, this was totally meant to come after Big Top. I guess it was cross-examined by our mysterious Sinhyok. It looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impressions Sinhyok's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté. Okay, great. So what does très bien mean? I know that means free, right? No, it doesn't mean free. No, très bien is français. In English, you would say, very good. Oh, very good? Oui, exactement. L'atmosphère is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for la moelle. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am the chef. I am the manager. I am also the trained aromatherapist. We can tell you're a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner of aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Yeah, it makes me sad to remember it. Yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took this drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapse. This is giving the vibe of you're doing your GCSE French speaking, but you don't remember enough French words. So you just say English words in a French accent and you hope that no one notices. That's the vibe he's giving me. Is this guy even French? I'm just saying. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? La playing football in the park. Exactly. Exactly. We were always saying stuff about football in the park and like going to the cinema. It was always a cinema. It was always a cinema. Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. La police. They asked me how many times. They asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I'm not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man. La pencil case. Exactly. What is this old man? So who's this old man that you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? Mais oui, as usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer? That was me, I suppose. Mais bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? Okay, well, fascinating. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I say from my kitchen. I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, how you say, lacking perhaps. Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You were very cool though. Oui. So handsome. Thanks. Well, I wonder how just how bad the defense could have been. Every time you open your mouth, your courthouse stirred. Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You're more Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town. I think I can imagine this how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant. Looks like Sinhyop is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. Oh, great. This is just what Phoenix needed. Well, I don't have anything new. I showed her all these things. I don't suppose I've missed anything here, have I? Just gotta check. The police tape. I'm representing people. I can probably try presenting Armstrong to Maggie now. Oh, so you met the owner, Mr. Armstrong. He's, oh, how can I put this? Pretty unique, huh? He has a really intense aura as a chef, and as a person. Yeah, he has a pretty intense aroma, too. So did Mr. Armstrong really not see the killer? Apparently not. Oh, he's in the kitchen all the time, so I guess it's possible that he didn't. Okay, what if I'm representing Maggie to you? Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, oui, she was the suspect in that murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave to her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, lent from Paramount, like I had given to you before. But she's been arrested again and found guilty this time. This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I'm not surprised she was the prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info stat. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Oh, please, not... No, thank you. There are 3 psyche locks. No way! What are we gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the? What's wrong? The Magatama. It's gone. Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. Oh no, no, the Magatama has vanished. What are we supposed to do? Oh no. What? But I could see the psyche locks. Maybe that means the Magatama is nearby. Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you have to ask him yourself. Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time dans la park. The park? Oh, a park. Oh, what park's that? Behind our restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square. Vitamin Square. Me too. Thank you. Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Where's my silly Magatama like? What am I supposed to do without the Magatama? I can't do the psyche locks. Oh. Vitamin Square is kind of a banger, guys. Look at that. So this is Vitamin Square? Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. This is banging. Look at this. What a place. Hanging out at Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, that's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them, he's throwing seeds at them. Ugh, my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes! I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, huh, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's got to hurt. Go on, eat this! Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird? I don't know any Maggie Bird. Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Très Bien. Gah, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Not a disgrace. A disgrace? An innocent young girl revealing herself like that. Revealing? You mean her uniform? The youth of the day, they don't even have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty? What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing. Your problem is you lack any sense of grace. Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Do you go to Turnabout a lot? That miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve and there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice? Yeah, supposedly in California. Exactly. Turnabout is a French restaurant, sir. Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. And what about those shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? You can see all the way up to them. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Listen, it's not my restaurant. God, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant. That place miserable. He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Alright, it's in the notes. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Ha! Take that! He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a psyche lock or two. Oh wait, I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. Okay, I've got to find the Magatama. It's not here, because it went off here, so I have to find it, surely. Yo, have you seen my Magatama? Because I can't even try and break the psyche locks without them. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna find it. I don't know if it's like something I can do now. Anyway. Hey look! Pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them too. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're grey? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Ooh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue picking up something someone else threw away. Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? Gah, that's none of your business. Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back. Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Hey, that's mine. We took his job listings. Looking at this orange reminds me of what? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, right? You know? You don't have to tell me twice. I do love oranges. I used to love sandboxes like you would believe. Really? You? Sure, finding iron filings in the sand of a magnet was my favourite thing to do. Iron filings? Wow, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think you came close though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found way back when. You want them? No. Oh, Felix, such a killjoy. This place is so fruity. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favourites. But that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on, woo! No way. I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try too. Great job, everyone. We're doing some great lawyering today. We're talking about the apple slide. Right, well, we found a job listings magazine. Excuse me, sir. Can I just ask you about this? He doesn't care. Okay, right. Well, that's fine. Okay, well, he doesn't really care about very much. Right, well, what can we do? We have to find the Magatama. Supposedly went off, like, here. Why don't we ask you about the old man? Oh, we can't even do that. Wait, he had stuff to say about himself. That's really funny. It is hard to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years at La Gay Paris. Wow, in Paris! It was something that chef there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock. So unexpected, but you ever be a fool to do this, no? Okay, great. Amazing. Well, I can't do the psyche locks. Well, do you want to see job listings, Maggie? Maggie? Oh, were you looking for some part-time work, Maya? Why don't you take a job at the restaurant? I bet Mr. Armstrong would hire you. Really? Me? It's pretty cool being a waitress, you know. And in the kitchen, you'll get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets. What secrets? You can't make it obvious, but just spy on him for a bit. You'll see. It's interesting. Wow, I can't wait to get my apron on now. Wow. Thanks. Thanks. I feel like I'm at a bit of a dead end. I need to get his psyche locks. How am I going to do that without the Magatama? Oh, we can try presenting actual evidence. Okay, he doesn't care about very much. Not even the attorney badge. Is there a slide option? No, so there's not anything further than this. Okay, well I didn't miss anything here in the, you know, the hit place Vitamin Park. Sorry, Vitamin Square. I think I've kept calling it Vitamin Park, which is not very good. Where's my Magatama? How am I gonna find it? This is not looking too good. I presented some evidence to Armstrong. I thought I did. That's how I got like the thing to... That's how I got the thing to know about Maggie's motive. I'll try this. Mademoiselle! Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is un peu différent, but you have a good face. Different? Félicitations, you have passed. I will hire you. Yeah, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Oh, there we go. Nick, help! Okay, there we go. I think this is good, actually. Because Maggie was saying we'll learn his secrets. There we go. I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Looks like they're Maggie and questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's going to find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to do, I'll give you dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved, court sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, him. Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again, yes, I'll make sure you get locked up good for it. Got it? So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just her. It wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. Okay. Okay. Well, at least she's not like 12. I really thought their like relationship was more like fatherly. I don't know. I don't remember about the second game now because this was at the very start of the second game. I felt like he was just like looking out for her. I might be remembering it wrong. Whatever. I don't like her or anything. Note to self. Gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn L. He was a computer programmer. Of course. Representation in my Ace Attorney game, guys. I see. A programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer. And a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. This was the only case to be written with 3 different prosecutors. Originally, Edgeworth was going to prosecute every Justice for All case, and then when it was decided he needed time away to develop his character, then it was Francisca. And then when it got pushed to this game, there's now Godot. Yeah, like, they really were just switching up the prosecutors. Anyone but Payne, basically. Anyone but Payne, which is good, because, I can't say I'm a big Payne fan. He causes me a lot of pain. You're kidding. Oh, and Manfred. That's true. Yeah. Imagine they like wrote it from Manfred and put it in the first game. Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to start sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know? So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Okay. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone. Even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD! Oh yeah, she did mention something about CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. Okay. What? Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. Okay. A radio? He didn't have a CD player. You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Bienvenue didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Poor Maya, it looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taken a shine to her. I suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Bienvenue once things have cooled off. Okay, have things cooled off yet? No. What's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Bienvenue. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah, it's no good. I can't remember. He goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on the scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. Alright. Oh wait, maybe I had to remember I could present people to Gumshoe. The chef at Bienvenue, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body's full of the toxins! And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Interesting. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. Thanks. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. Okay. Can I ask about it? Yes. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Bienvenue? It's, kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Bienvenue and investigate the place yourself. If you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef at Bienvenue and report back to Gumshoe. Okay, now can we go there again, please? Yes! Boom. The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Who on earth is that? Oh, hello. Who was that just now? A customer? She has sort of a dark aura about her. Ah, welcome. Bienvenue. Oh dear. Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya. Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. And who was that woman I just saw? Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I'm kind of hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, run the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my give me a tip smile. Hey Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. how much is it? It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. The twin tea set. I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, I am... Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? With the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45. Hey, wait a sec, Maya. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, a deluxe fortified lunch set. Whoa. A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit. Oh, thanks. Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes. Oh. Well, are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Oh. Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate. I just remembered, I've got to clean the toilets. Hey, you can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Oh dear. Why was it added to the call record? How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen? The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets. In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up, Maya! What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. When are you going to show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clues showing off in your face. I better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Okay, let's go. This doesn't look like a very sanitary environment. And here it is, the famous Turnabout kitchen. My first time in here too, actually. There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop! Okay, we'll probably do this in an end stream. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many that are overflowing onto the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Me too. Why is this in red? I'm not strong. I'm not sure. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? It looks like a collection of poems he's written. Read the bedtime story before end stream. Oh, of course, of course. Poems, cool, read one out. And say it in your best French accent with intensity, okay? Alright. Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps, that's spring. The two of them, like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must. That sounds like poisoning, gang. Huh? That's it? Yup, that's a poem for you. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel. Okay. Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that? Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah, look! Right there on the counter. Yay! My Magatama, what's it doing here? What indeed? We recovered it. Let's go. Now okay, we did that. Oh, they're not. I don't do that. Okay, there's new dialogue after that. And look at these knives. They look really sharp. I'd like to see how one of those slices for a cheesecake. A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Okay, great. Okay, well, I think we found everything in here. Well, we found a few cool things to show Gumshoe before we finish up. Did he leave? Hey, you're just in time! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lad got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. He must be the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up something? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn L. No doubt about it. Okay, where's the newspaper? Said doodle was written by victim. The victim took the paper to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Alright. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect Jean Armstrong? Jean Armstrong, I should say. I got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I'd better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Okay, tell me about the secret. So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Très Bien, pal? Yes? So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... Yeah, actually he probably... Oh, I think he did have a crush on Maggie in the second game, I just forgot. I think I just forgot. I literally think I just forgot. Great job, me. Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is up to his ears in debt. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's the... Armstrong is in debt. Let's go. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. Ooh, $500,000 in the red. In the notes. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises, and I will be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Okay. Sterling mentioned. I know, right? I know. Alright, this is probably a good time to end stream, I reckon, because it is... We just hit the 3-hour mark. There we go. We shall continue the investigation and the rest of this case in a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It was a lot of fun doing the Ace Attorney. My next stream will be Mario Kart on Friday, but it will be 2 weeks, basically, before I do my next Ace Attorney stream, because I'm not at home next week. I will announce it properly tomorrow, in case anyone misses it today. But, so my next stream of Ace Attorney will be on the 28th. I'll like properly put out an announcement and that I'm cancelling all my streams next week. So there are basically no streams next week, but there will be Mario Kart on Friday, and then I'll be back in 2 weeks' time for some Ace Attorney, the day before Kevin's birthday. I'm honoured to be celebrating the day before Kevin's birthday with an Ace Attorney stream. I hope he derives great enjoyment from this. But yeah, I hope that you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday for some Mario Kart. Yes, I agree. I couldn't agree more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you guys on Friday, or in 2 weeks' time for more Ace Attorney. Have a great evening. See you.